Hi guys, welcome to Gersh's Quest. In this video, we will be providing a simple guide on how to build a Cleave theme for a complete beginner. Let's talk first about an opener. So what does an opener do? Basically, this is a hero that is capable to inflict debuffs or delay the enemy. They can also strip enemy buffs or set your team to have the first turn. One of the most used openers are the ones that increases your team's combat readiness, allowing them to take action before their opponent. There are many heroes that you can use, but we will be recommending the most accessible ones. So we have here Judith and Roozid. These two are not that hard to obtain. You might already have them, but if not, expect them to appear on one of your free daily summons. So if you're just starting out but you want to try some arena action, recommend using one of these two. So what makes them a good opener? Let's take a look at this. Based on what you saw, both of them push the combat readiness of their allies. So, combat readiness means it is how soon or late a hero can take action. It is on the left side of the screen that we've indicated earlier using an arrow. So from this, you can kinda imagine what will happen next. Judith or Roozid goes boosting their team, and then the next one will break the opponent's defense, and the last one will be cleaving them out. So let us show you another example. Now that you've seen the very basics of cleaving, there are still few things that we want to talk about. In the beginning, when you're just starting, speed probably won't matter much. You can just set up a ragtag team and win most of your battles. But the more you climb up the ranks, the more you'll encounter opponents with high speed. If they outspeed your team, you will most likely be wiped out, and you don't want that to happen. So as early as now, we recommend building a speedy opener. It is not necessary that it should either be Roozid or Judith, but if you're just starting out, those two will come in handy. Another benefit of building an opener is you won't need to worry about speed rolls for some of your other heroes, at least in the beginning. So just a disclaimer, we all know that farming gears and rolling for stats are hard in Epic 7. As you progress, there's no denying that you need a decent amount of speed for almost all of your heroes. But if you're just starting out, don't beat yourself up and try to enjoy the game. Learn through experience and see it for yourself. If you still don't have good gear rolls, you can lessen the burden by building an opener. Here's an example. As you can see here, my Arbiter Velvet's damage is okay, but he is a bit slow. There's also no doubt that he will still need tinkering with his equipment via crit and the speed department. So now, you can go spend your energy and farm for equipment, and that's fine, but please be aware that it will take you a lot of time to farm one decent piece of equipment, and it will also take you a lot of time to have a good gear roll on it, unless you are very lucky. You still need to farm, and I'll definitely still farm equipment for my RB, but while I'm still waiting for a better one, I decided to make use of him. I felt what he is lacking, and that's speed, so I built an opener which doesn't require damage, and that's Roozid, and I made them work together. You'll see here that I chased speed stat and not damage, since most of the opener's goal is to just pass the baton. With Roozid, I was able to boost the speed of other team members as well because of his speed imprint, which gives +8 to speed stat to all of them, regardless of the formation. So here's an example. You will see that my RB is lagging behind, since I do not have the best gears for him. By using Roozid, I'm able to lessen my gear burden for RB. I needed speed, but with an opener, I was able to push him to take action before the opponent. With that, I was able to make sure that he will get a turn and he will be able to attack. So I was able to make use of him even if I do not have extremely good gears at the moment. Of course, you should still not neglect speed stat because you will encounter opponents that have ridiculously high speed, maybe 250 and above, as you go on and climb the ranks. So if your heroes are turtle slow, even with an opener, they might not be able to take action. Recommend having just enough speed if possible. So how much is just enough in terms of number? I have 0 here to take over that topic.
We won't be able to tell because it varies, but based on our experience, just have at least 140 above speed for your DPS and your opener with a minimum of 185. But if you can make it reach 200 plus, it will be much better. This will at least allow you to get by in the silver and not the gold arena. Before we get a reaction to someone who's playing Epic 7 for quite some time now, if ever some of you are watching this, or have some experience on other gacha games, we would like to clarify that those numbers are just based on our gaming experience when we were just starting to play this game, climbing arena, from Bronze 5 to Gold 5. This guide is for players who are really just beginning or want to try out some arena action without stressing too much, getting high speed rolls on their gears. We all know how difficult it is to roll for a speed substat. So for newcomers and newbies, later on, as you climb, you might need a speed above 200 or even 250 up, or even greater than that. Our advice is to continue upgrading your gears as you play, but for now, try to chill, enjoy, and get some arena experience. So who to pick between Judith and Roozid? So here's our take. For very early arena games, use Judith since she has a higher base speed than Roozid. Upgrading her to 4-star Awaken will have her speed at 117. As for Roozid, you'll have a fixed 106 speed in the beginning. In simple terms, Judith is easier to gear super early game because she has a higher base speed stat. But after you unlock Specialty Change feature, do Roozid's quest. After completing it, you can take him instead of Judith because his base speed will jump from 106 to 114 upon unlocking speed stat bonus on his skill tree. He also has a speed imprint which can further boost your ally's speed. Judith will still be the fastest between the two in terms of base speed stat, but after Roozid's specialty change, the whole team can benefit by his speed imprint, making your team even less taxing to gear in the speed department stat. His ultimate would also have an additional effect which gives a speed buff, increasing your ally speed by 30%. For a recap, use Judith in early game, then you may take Roozid after you complete his specialty change and fully awaken his skill tree. But it is still your decision if you want to choose Judith for her higher base speed, stun, and stealth over Roozid's utilities. Feel free to choose what you may see fit in your situation as you progress. There are still a lot of openers that we haven't mentioned in this video, but before we end this one, we would like to mention some of them. There are still many of them, but these are the openers you can also use if ever you have them pulled on their banner or via dumb luck until you summon. We prioritize Judith and Roozid since they are the easiest to obtain for a new player. And that's all for the simple Cleave Team Guide opener part. If you were able to take something from this, we'll appreciate a subscribe or either a like or a comment. In the next video, we will be making a guide about choosing your main DPS Cleave. Good luck and happy playing!